Level 7A and welcome back to our online class. How are you doing today? I hope everybody's doing great. Yeah, I'm doing great too, thank you. It's almost weekend, right? We're already on. What day are we on today? Yeah, today we're on Thursday, July the 2nd, 2020. Now for session 1, we're going to be covering up Writing Bright 1, okay? Please open your Writing Bright 1 book on page 33. All right, but before we go to our lessons today, it's going to be a short lesson again. So before we go on, let's do a quick class lesson review. What we've done so far. What have we done yesterday? Do you remember what we did yesterday? Right, so yesterday we've done present progressive, negative present progressive, and also we did some simple present and verb. So with all this basic grammar, we also defined each one and give some examples. You also did some class practice with that. And you also did your what? That's right, yeah. So we also did some examples as well, right? And it will be also part of. Actually, you already did some example class practice and also some homework with it. You practice it in your class work with it as well, correct? Good. Oh, by the way, have you handed in your homework to your homeroom teachers already? Please make sure that you hand in your homework to your homeroom teachers so he or she can give you some scores, okay? Good. Now, for today's class, we're going to be focusing on Unit 3 still, present progressive, writing basic sentences, exercise page 33. For today, we're going to do a combine the sentence using and. Do you remember how do we use and? Okay, so when do we use and? We use and when we want to combine two repeat sentences into one sentence, okay? So and is just a breakup of combining two sentences, okay? So for example here, Lily is playing with her toys in the garden. Lily is playing with her brother in the garden. Do you see there's a repetition of words in here? So repeating, like for example, Lily has been repeated twice, garden has been repeated twice, playing has been repeated twice, okay? So these are the repeating words, right? Garden. So here we also have the repeating word here. Okay, in the, okay. So we have a lot of repeating word, right? So most of it is basically repeating except we change toys and brother, which are two separate words, okay? So when we want to put into one sentence by combining and, so it becomes Lily is playing in the garden with her toys and her brothers, okay? So Lily is playing in the garden with her toys and her brother, right? So we use and again to combine two repeated sentences, two sentences that are the same, and also put it into one sentence. Also, we also use and to also, putting, so for example, I have like descriptive words, okay? So for example, I have a textbook, a pen, a marker, a whiteboard, a ruler, and a pencil. So and can also be used at a sentence where you want to end the sentence, okay? When you want to basically just finish off a sentence, when you have a full table of objects and you're describing each one, and the very one last word, the very one last object, you end it with and, okay? Another example would be my mom, my brother, my dad, and I are going to the zoo today, okay? In my school, at school, I have 5 friends, okay, 5 friends. So Lily, Sophie, Mary, Joseph, and Dylan, okay? So this is how we use and. I mean, it's very, very simple with and basic grammar, okay? All right, let's have a look at our combined class exercise. And what you need to do is combine the sentences using and. Right, number one, Robert is listening to music. Robert is dancing. Now, if you're going to combine these two sentences together, what is it going to be? Okay, so it becomes Robert is listening to music and dancing. Okay, good. So here, do you see we have and, right? All right, number two, Marie is lying in her bed. Marie is taking her medication. Medication means taking medicine, okay? So Marie is lying in her bed. Marie is taking her medication. Okay, so Marie is lying in her bed and taking medication, okay? Number three, Jason is washing the dishes. Jason is singing. Jason is washing the dishes. Jason is singing. Good. Yeah, so Jason, this is very easy, right? Is washing the dishes and singing. Okay, so Jason is washing the dishes. Jason is singing. Now notice that when we're connecting, notice this, when we're connecting the two sentences together, we always add and, okay? So to break up, one is to break up the sentence, so it's easier to read, okay? Two is to, what? It's just easy, all right? It's easy that way. Okay, now please open your book to page 33. All right, let's do these exercises together. Please open your book to page 33. Listen very carefully. Exercise, for example, the girls are listening to music. The girls are dancing. So when we combine the two sentences together, it becomes the girls are listening to music and dancing. All right. Number one, Mr. Harvey is lying on the ground. Mr. Harvey is fixing his car. What would be the answer? If you can't remember, please look back on the board how we combine the two sentences together. If not, you can also look at the example above, okay? Good, so Mr. Harvey is lying on the ground and fixing his car. Very good. Number two, my grandmother is sitting at the table. My grandmother is drinking tea. Good, so my grandmother is sitting at the table and drinking tea. Number three, Jim is walking in the park. Jim is drinking a bottle of water. Jim is walking in the park. Jim is drinking a bottle of water. Good. Jim is walking in the park and drinking a bottle of water. Number four, Ben is standing at our fence. Ben is barking at the neighbor's dog. Ben is standing at our fence. Ben is barking at the neighbor's dog. Notice all the words in bold, in black, in dark black are the action words. They are verbs. Very good. Right, so Ben is standing at our fence and barking at the neighbor's dog. Good. Number five, my mother is sitting at the sofa. My mother is reading books. My mother is sitting at the sofa. My mother is reading a book. Sorry. Okay? So what would the answer be? All right. So my mother is sitting on the sofa and reading a book. So it's a combined sentence to make it into one sentence. And it also makes sense, right? I'm only going to do 5 of these answers for you. The rest will be set for your homework or for your classwork, okay? All right, so as you know, Writing Bright, there's not much for today. As I said before, we don't have much. So, yeah, I will see you. That's all I have for you this morning for session 1. I will see you in session 2. Goodbye for now.